Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Vice President Joe Biden put both feet in his mouth with these statements.
Our allies in the region were our largest problem in Syria. The Turks were great friends, and I have a great relationship with Erdogan, which I've just spent a lot of time with. The Saudis, the Emiratis, etc. What were they doing? They poured hundreds of millions of dollars and thousands of tons of weapons into anyone who would fight against Assad, except that the people who were being supplied were al-Nusra and al-Qaeda and the extremist elements of jihadis coming from other parts of the world.
As Biden feverishly rolls back his testimony to placate the Saudi Arabian royalty and the U.S. importation of 5 million barrels of oil per day, a war-weary American public grows increasingly aware of the evidence within Biden's account. The potential paradigm shift concerning key players on the world stage awaits the inevitable release of the classified 28 pages within the official 2002 9/11 Commission report. In the guise of national security, former President George Bush classified the portion regarding specific sources of foreign support. Congressman Walter Jones is spearheading the movement that is amounting to be an embarrassing and possibly criminal account of the Bush administration's involvement with Saudi Arabia.
I can honestly tell you, when you've got the former two chairmen, Senator Bob Graham, retired now, lives in Florida, from Florida, and Richard Shelby, still in the United States Senate, and their inquiry commission said that, yes, it should be declassified. Then you've got Hamilton and Kane, as recently as 3 weeks ago, former members of the House, and then the former governor of New Jersey, Kane, saying it should be declassified, and there's no reason the American people should not see the truth. It was George Bush that classified this information. Mr. Obama owes nothing to George Bush, but he does owe to the families of 9/11 the right to see the 28 pages, and certainly the American people.
As the puppet masters scramble to manage their diversions,
and if the outbreak is not stopped now, we could be looking at hundreds of thousands of people infected.
the cozy relationship between our government and the Saudi Arabians finds itself under developing scrutiny.
I took this action to assist the Saudi Arabian government in the defense of its homeland.
Prince Turki Al Faisal of Saudi Arabia, those of you who were there yesterday in the season know that I said that he and I went to college together, and that everybody knew he was going to amount to something, but no one knew that I would. And it may have turned out that way. He, for more than 2 decades, was the head of the Saudi intelligence services, and I said that at least when I was president, he didn't have to spy on the United States. He could just call me and I'd tell him.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia declared the beheadings of 26 people since August 18th. Beheadings for crimes ranging from sorcery to smoking hashish. Wealthy, elderly Saudi men are using the Syrian refugee crisis to increase their exploitation of young Syrian females. And Saudi Arabia enacted a strict visa ban to Ebola-afflicted countries, while American borders remain open and a large pandemic looms in the very near future if present conditions aren't met. Now that culture of death dictates the future of America as the CIA-trained ISIS continues to promote itself as the boogeyman in the Saudi-funded and engineered war of terror supported by corporate media and a lapdog federal government. In the words of Adolf Hitler, make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it.
We are working hand in glove with the Turks, with the Jordanians, with the Saudis, so that when Assad goes, and he will go, there will be a legitimate government that follows on, not an al-Qaeda-sponsored government that follows on.
John Bound, Infowars.com.
You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force from InfoWars Life.